This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
There's some sad news for an Indian restaurant. You're not going to believe it, Ryan James. They've just opened up, and they're called Cinnamons. Cinnamons.
How good is a great Indian restaurant?
Oh,
My gosh.
If you can serve me some chicken makhani, jasmine rice with garlic naan, I could die a happy man.
Rogan Josh.
Oh.
Is your go-to butter chicken, though?
Yeah, it is for me, but you can have butter chicken, but then the traditional makhani has got a little more spice in it.
Oh, mate. I just
And it's
love
good
it.
for you. Like, it's fat-free.
Well, it is. There's a lot of cream in there. Okay, that's it for the break. Thanks for that. mate. That was beautiful.
Not just doing chicken makhani gear. Unfortunately, the restaurant has opened, and there's been numerous complaints about curry odours that are wafting from the restaurant. So much so, the environmental health officer, they visited and said, guys, we got a heavy curry coming out of here. This is a bit on the bugle. All the neighbours were complaining, saying, we got some stank coming out of this joint.
Oh my gosh, 13 24 10 if you do live right next to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because Snitchy, who works on our show, Snitchy's place is right under, no, it's above KFC. And when he first moved in there, he said, unbelievable. Like, just to have the waft of the chicken coming up all the time. But then you get to a point where it's like, no, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
I could live above an Al Jana's or something like that. Just the charcoal chicken waft. I'd be hungry the entire time.
Next to a restaurant, and does it get too much?
Or is there others? Are you living next to something else that's got a really heavy smell from it? Unfortunately, the environmental health officer said, well, yeah, guys, you can operate. We've had so many complaints. I'm going to need to ask you to install a brand new fan, an industrial fan, to cut back the curry odours. They spent $70,000 on a new fan.
That's the stuff that you get in hydroponic setups and stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about that. The environmental health officer then came back after the fan had been operating 3 months later and said, sorry, guys, we still have a hell of a lot of stank coming out of that curry kitchen. We're going to need to shut it down.
Do you know
6 months later, restaurant gone, cinema's shut.
I could handle living next to a Subway.
Yeah.
Like, just the smell of that bread, the freshly cooked bread. I could handle that, but I don't know next to a restaurant. I mean, if we're going to go a country of origin here next to a restaurant, what would you go?
Great. Italian?
Oh,
I could do Chinese. Like, I'd love to be sitting in my bed, lying in bed at night and going, oh, someone's ordered the duck.
French should be tough, Tommy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, French would be tough.
A lot of cheeses, Tom.
I live very close to a newly opened Guzmani Gomez.
Do you?
And if the wind is going the right direction,
love ya.
I can stand in my backyard and get a beautiful waft.
You'll have a nose burrito, won't you?
Of a burrito bowl. And it is just stunning.
Tommy's on the nose burritos.
Oh, wow. It just my appetite, wets when I go into the backyard.
I love the way you say that.
The fragrance of fajita coming your way, Tom.
Sarah in the Ponds, what can you smell every time you go to the gym?
So we go to a CrossFit gym, and every morning, particularly when it's hot and summery, we can smell a sausage sizzle from the industrial area somewhere.
Wow. Okay. And that's workers that are just firing up the barbie for the sake of firing up the barbie?
I actually am unsure because it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not sure who's having a sausage sizzle then.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, it's a beautiful smell, too.
Isn't it?
Does that motivate you to get you to the gym, Sarah, or does it put you off?
It absolutely puts me off, particularly when it's a 37-degree day and you're doing a 2K run.
Oh, so true. If I would, when I smell sausages, I limit it to 2K. I never go over.
Well said, mate.
Yeah,
well said.
I pull it right back.
Oh, I just love that smell. What about the smell at the moment that you can smell of people putting a wood fire at home?
Yeah.
And when you walk the streets and you can smell it?
Mate,
it's just one of the greatest smells.
Sunday afternoon, strolling the streets in Glenorrey. You could smell the chimneys.
So was I.
And I loved it.
I was
Were
there
you?
too, yeah.
Were you rollerblading again?
Don't know.
You guys at the bakery? I was at the bakery.
I was at the bakery. Well, the bakery
I
is
was
always
just-
packed.
I was
You
just
should go get
searching.
some sushi.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they've got Japanese there now.
I know,
I was just
and the beautiful
searching for
Italian
myself, you know, just trying to find myself in Glenorrey.
Do you have any luck?
No.
No, still nothing.
Jess, you worked at a French restaurant. What is that aroma? Is it butter?
It's
is
a
it a lot of
coq au
butter?
vin, which
Sorry?
means
Oh,
a coq au vin,
what's your
which I
language?
can say, means it's baking in its own juices. So you might get
Gotcha.
a beautiful quail or something. Oh,
Like whip. Yeah.
Quail?
I didn't say whale.
No, quail. Small bird, Tom. Very small bird, petite and tasty. Thank you.
mate.
I'll
What a-
take that.
To each his own.
Not Whip of the Whale.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.